Historic night for Terre Haute. A new mayor is taking the reins.
It is time for change in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Current Mayor Duke Bennett is leaving a more than decade-long legacy behind. You'll hear his reflection on his time in office.
We'll move on to the next step.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this election night. We have been closely following races across our Indiana viewing area.
We have team coverage from several of our contests. We'll check in with Caitlin Hunt and Susan Dinkle, who have been keeping track of one of the biggest races of the night, the Terre Haute mayoral election. Also, Nathan Springfield has been in our Southern Bureau, keeping track of a big mayoral race there. You'll hear from them all in just a moment. But first, a historic night in the Wabash Valley. Terre Haute has elected its youngest mayor in the city's history. 27-year-old Democrat Brandon Sackman has beat out incumbent Duke Bennett. Sackman took the race with roughly 60% of the vote. He unseats Bennett, who'd been in office for 16 years. Had Bennett won, he would have tied Ralph Tucker as the longest-serving mayor in Terre Haute's history. News 10's Caitlin Hunt is live at the Hilton Garden Inn, where Sackman's supporters have gathered. She joins us now live. Caitlin, tell us what things have been like there.
Patrice Rondrell, I'm here live at the Hilton Garden Inn where celebrations are underway for Terre Haute's next mayor, Brandon Sackman. And his friends and families and supporters were here to celebrate his win over incumbent Duke Bennett. And the energy was high as Sackman was giving his victory speech tonight.
11 months ago, I asked this community to believe, not in me, but in themselves, to believe that Terre Haute can be better, that Terre Haute can do better. And ladies and gentlemen, we will do better!
And I spoke with Sackman live right after that speech. He also thanked Duke Bennett for his 15 years of service to the Terre Haute community. I'll have much more from Sackman coming up on News 10 Night Watch. Live in Terre Haute, Caitlin Hunt, News 10.
The state Democratic Party released a statement tonight regarding Sackman's victory.
It says in part, Brandon Sackman has run a truly inspirational campaign in his effort to bring energy and new ideas to the city of Terre Haute. We can't wait to see his leadership once he's sworn in next year as mayor. Coming up at 11, you'll hear from some of Sackman's supporters.
Now, he's been Terre Haute's mayor since 2008, but tonight Duke Bennett's ride leading the city has come to an end. News 10's Susan Dinkle was with Bennett as those final numbers came in. Susan joins us now live from our newsroom with more.
Duke Bennett quickly told me how heartbreaking it is to lose, especially for his many supporters and his family members. Once the results were final tonight, Bennett spoke to all at the FOP. He immediately applauded the efforts of his opponent to be able to pull off tonight's win. He thanked all who voted for him and said voices were heard tonight. Now we move on to the next step. Bennett told me at length that the city is such a great place. He couldn't be prouder of the many accomplishments of his administration.
The finances is the biggest thing because it's still a challenge for us, but we're really doing great. We've got reserves, we've built cash balances in a spot where we did not have when I took office. We were really in a bad spot. Getting the overpass done on Margaret Avenue. We got an overpass coming on the north side. Those are things that should have been done 50 years ago. So there's a variety of things. But, wasn't enough to carry me through to get reelected, but I couldn't be any more proud of my team and what we've accomplished the last 16 years. I'm telling you, it's been a great ride.
As for what's next for Duke Bennett, you'll hear the answer to that question that I asked him coming up at 11 o'clock on News 10 Night Watch. Reporting live in the newsroom, Susan Dinkle, News 10.